So I just talked to the gate agent and she said we should just forget it and drive to Fort Lauderdale. Welcome back, family travelers. So glad you're here. If you couldn't tell, we're at Orlando's airport. Now, about 10 minutes ago, before we came through security, they just told us, quote, "You should go rent a car and drive to Fort Lauderdale." Well, we didn't, because we're bad at taking advice for whatever reason. So there are 9 seats, and there are something like 20 people ahead of us on the standby list. Our odds aren't great, but we decided to risk it because driving stinks. So we're gonna go and try to catch this flight, but we'll catch you up after we don't get this one, because I think we're in for an adventure today. This is how we pass time.
Everett, we're not getting home today, are we? I don't think we're getting home today.
What a travel day has today been. We woke up at like 4 a.m. to check flights for the 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or something like that to know if we had to be ready. And of course we decided, nah, we're not going to get on it.
What's life without a little risk?
Right? We're not going to get on it, so why bother? Well, wouldn't you know, we would have gotten on that first flight. We came in the afternoon with some promising flights, and then when we got through security, it was not promising anymore. And in fact, one of the gate agents told us to go back through security, rent a car, and drive to Fort Lauderdale, which is like 3 hours from here. So we obviously didn't listen, because I'm not trying to drive for 3 hours with an infant and a toddler. That just sounds terrible. So we're just like hanging out here and hoping for the best. Brittany's giggling behind the camera because she's like, I wanted to go to Fort Lauderdale, so I'm gonna get in trouble for this. The long story short is we're just chilling at the airport. We got nothing to do, probably no prospects of getting home. They just delayed our flight from like 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, or 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So I'm really hoping that a bunch of people decide to heck with that and switch flights, because that's our only chance at this point. Do you like what that is? Do you know what it is?
No.
It's called First Order Fizz.
Fizz?
Yeah, First Order Fizz.
Okay.
So now we're here waiting for the next flight to leave. But one very cool thing that we just discovered, they have Star Wars themed beverages, both adult and kid friendly. This one is called the Resistance Rum Punch. This is like the good side, right? This is the good?
I think so.
I don't know. Well, it's not red, so. It tastes like a sweet tart. This one is called the First Order Fizz. I like this one better. It's very cranberry, not quite as sweet. This one's a winner for me. Resistance Fizz it is.
The kids are like, I don't know what they're doing. They're losing their marbles.
Yeah, so I just got a text that said, hey, your flight's not as delayed as much as we thought it was. So, you know, there's that, because we were freaking out a little bit. We weren't going to get home until 1 a.m. Chicago time. Now it looks like we might get home, if we make the flight, at around, what'd they say, Nick, 11 p.m.?
We would get home at 11?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
11
like that.
p.m. we would get home. So that's considerably better than 1 a.m. I'll take that. We just got to get on the flight. Well, I feel like if we're going to sit here for this long, we might as well get some coffee. Right?
And more coffee, and more coffee, and more coffee.
And then once we drink this, we'll probably get some more. Maybe even a cup after that.
When everyone has been called but you get the whole place to yourself. That's a thing.
Do anybody else's kids like soup as much as our kids? He's getting mad because I'm not feeding his soup to him fast enough. Olivia, how do you feel about soup? Good? You feel good about it? She's downplaying it. Soup is her favorite. For some reason, no matter what time we get here to the airport, or how long our layover is, or how many flights we miss, we still are rushing to the gate right before the plane is about to take off. It's about 9:15 and we're just waiting to see if we're gonna get on this flight.
We're trying to figure out our place in line. This is, when you have like a full loading area, this is like how it looks. And so we're just waiting.
So over this airport.
Also us, fly standby to Orlando all the time. This is rich. So it's a waiting game. I think we're gonna get seats. I don't know, what do we got? Brittany's like, she's got her pulse on, or her thumb on the pulse, I think is the word.
I've been checking my phone constantly. That's the thing I hate the most. I didn't get anything done today. I was gonna edit a video today and I literally got 0 of it done because I was just compulsively checking my phone
Dude, just like
for the
obsessive.
entire like 5 hours.
He's the happiest delayed passenger on the planet. You're happy too?
Yeah.
Well, we're next?
Yeah, we're
So this is gonna be the magic.
Guys, are you ready? Libby, are we gonna get on this plane?
But when I say it's here, then you have to go.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, if you say it's here, I'm gonna go.
Y'all, they called our name. I don't know how we made it. What a great weekend was this. Alright, I'm gonna walk. We're getting on the plane. He's a champ. These kids are amazing. I can't even say how like awesome they have been today. It has been such a struggle.
Please be seated for departure.
How happy I am to have heard flight attendants be prepared for departure, or be seated for departure.
Has anyone gone to Cape Town with kids? Because I really want to do that.
Same.
But I want to know how it is for kids,
Yeah.
especially babies.
Yes, I am in the lab. This was such a ridiculous day. I don't even know what to say. We're on a plane, and we're going home. I have no idea how or why. This flight went from -3 with like 44 people on the standby list ahead of us to us getting a seat home. Non-rev gods were shining upon us today, I think. This is by far the most shocked I've ever been to be on a flight.
I'm sleepy.
It hasn't been that bad of a day. It's just been like it's an emotionally draining.
That's
kind
what I
of
was
day.
gonna say. It's like just been an emotional roller coaster. Like,
We're going home.
I don't recommend it. Listen, there are 2 places if you're gonna fly standby. Make sure you got a shoot-load of time. And those places,
Vegas and Orlando.
Vegas and Orlando, they're the worst places to fly standby.
We ran into one of like Brittany's coworkers. Like, we bought tickets. We're like, well, we did because we're dumb.
We did it, guys. We flew to Orlando, one of the toughest places to standby travel during the Thanksgiving holiday period, which is one of the toughest time periods to travel.
I can't even
I'm proud of ourselves.
it's mildly amazing. Getting stuck in a town is really, it's like we call it a cost of doing business, or we joke around like, you get what you pay for, right? Like,
You know, eventually you might have to pay for a flight, but
it's gonna catch up to us. I mean, there will come a time where we're gonna just have to drop the $1,200 or whatever it is to get the family to come home. We've got a store of miles. We've routed crazy times. We've never been like legitimately stuck. Tonight was a night that I thought it was happening.
Please ensure carry-on items are securely stowed. Flight attendants prepare a cabin for arrival and be seated.
So we're coming up on like hour 30 of traveling, and the kids right now have been about as good as you could expect.